Hello. So now let us continue our discussion on dermatology, and today's topic of discussion is going to be hypersensitivity skin reactions. Alright, and also we'll be touching some part of pathology today, and we'll be seeing what are the hypersensitivity related to skin. Okay, and I'm pretty sure all of the guys who are watching this video, right, they might have had some sort of skin allergies or something we might have faced in our lifetime. Yes, so these images, yes, they do resemble us some way or the another, right? Maybe not this severe, but still. Alright, so first of all, before just going on to the dermatology topic, right, let me give you a brief introduction about just the hypersensitivity reactions. Yes, so let's come and take this chance to revise some parts of pathology. Alright, so the type 1 hypersensitivity reaction, it can either be immediate, yes, or either it could be a late type. Yes, we always read, right, that type 1 is allergic. Yes, there is a very famous mnemonic, right? We use acid. Yes, we use the mnemonic acid to remember the 4 types of hypersensitivity reactions. Yes, so type 1 is the immediate type. If something is immediate, then the offending antigen, right, is going on and it's activating the mast cells, which releases histamine, right, and this histamine is a preformed mediator, right. The thing is there. So the same thing we have listed it here, that the antigen cross-links with the IgE on the mast cell and releases histamine, right. But the next one is pretty interesting, that type 1 could have late presentation as well, right. Maybe there is a patient coming to you, maybe there is just example, you are posted on the PHCs, right, and over there farmer comes to you, yes, and you see some presentations like this, yes, you see some presentations like this on the body, and you ask the patient, right, did you eat something which you don't regularly eat, or anything you were exposed to, and all the answers are no, 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 no. But then suddenly somebody says that, okay, fine doctor, 1 week back he ate something which was not in his routine diet, or something different that could have caused, maybe that could have caused. So yes, so type 1 hypersensitivity reactions can have late onset as well. Alright, so how does it happen? Is the mast cells, they secrete chemokines and leukotrienes, yes, which attracts eosinophil and does the damage. Alright, that was about the type 1 hypersensitivity reaction. Alright, so the type 2 is the cytotoxic and the antibody mediated. Alright, so let us just write that down. Cytotoxic and antibody mediated. Okay, how about the third one? Yes, so 𝗖𝗵𝗆, I is for the immune complex. Yes, immune complexes is from the antigen antibody complexes, right? So this is immune complex. Immune complex deposition. Yes, alright. And how about the last one, that is the 𝗖𝗵𝗆. D stands for delayed, right? I also mentioned the whole mnemonic once again, right? We'll just write it down once we are done with this, okay? And we'll have a revision of it. So this is the delayed type. And which cells are involved? That T cells are involved in this one, right? So T cell involvement. Okay, alright, so let us just write the mnemonic as well, the one we use right now, that is acid. Okay, alright, so A was for allergic reaction, yes, C was for cytotoxic, and antibody mediated, I was for immune complexes deposition. Alright, and D is a delayed type. Okay, so this was a little bit touch about the hypersensitivity reactions, yes. Okay, and in this related to dermatology, right, so there is type 1 and type 4, these are important to us, alright, just to mention them here already. Okay, so now let's come to the next thing, that why does, so what all things can cause us, what are the irritants, right, we usually face in our day-to-day life, right. So first of all, we can have whenever we go outside, we just probably just we have like a little bit of bruise, and we just brush ourselves, like, with some unknown plants, or we are out for walking or stuff. So we come back and we see the whole thing has turned red. So that is the type 1, right, that is type 1 hypersensitivity reaction. Rest, so there could be plants and nickel. Yes, nickel is used in cosmetic and the jewelries, right. Usually nickel is used, and usually these are the ones which used in, like, the not so expensive ones. Yes, probably this is because this is cheap and very easy to make and stuff. So this is the most common metal used for making jewelry. All right, so that is one thing. Nickel, soaps, and the latex. All right, so probably the patient could have allergies because the patient was exposed to one of these things, and the list is quite extensive. We can have allergies from anything. These are the things we can have the irritation from, right. We can have allergies from we eat something, right, probably we eat the anything, for example, we eat some peanuts or prawns or something, and we could end up having an allergy. Alright, so the type 1 hypersensitivity reaction, this point is important. Alright, so this point is important. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna give this topic a star, right. Yes, this is the star topic. Alright, I just put these two things we have to remember. Alright, these two things we have to remember, right. So the type 1 hypersensitivity reaction is just for the light exposure, light first exposure, yes. And type 2, the type 4 hypersensitivity reaction is allergic contact dermatitis. Alright, so this is very important for us. Alright, so in the next chapter as well, we will discuss this whole topic will be repeated as contact dermatitis. Alright, but it is type 4. Okay, let me just write it down. Allergic contact dermatitis. Alright, ACD. Okay, alright, so we are done with this part, right. This is very important part, is star point. Yes, okay. Next point, as we go ahead, we see these two images, right. I have kept these two images to explain, like, in the first image, maybe the person was wearing something like a metal band. Yes, bracelet. Yes, the person was wearing a bracelet, and we can see that this is the normal skin and this is the area, the affected area, right. Yes, so one thing I can say that the lines are very straight. Yes, we have a set pattern, right. If someone is wearing a wristwatch and has allergies, so there will be like a specific pattern on the skin. All right, and the next one, right, probably this person was wearing something like using latex material, guys, something. Yes, so because of that we see there is a very set pattern, right. Yeah, this person could have had allergy because of this. Okay, yeah, so the point we want to mention here is erythematous rash with distinct patterns. We can have lines, set lines, or distinct patterns should be there. We can have some specific lines or patterns. Yes, distinct patterns can be there. Okay, all right. And the last point is that after some the type 1, right, type 1 hypersensitive reaction, right, we eat something, yes, and probably we just suddenly have some wheals on our body, right. This is what image I've given something like this. We have, these are called as wheals. Alright, fine. Yes, and this is usually that is there. Okay, so let us move on. And for the treatment options, yes, I guess you all know about this. What are the treatment related to the hypersensitivity reactions, right? But the main thing is to take a proper history, yes, of the patient. Yes, suddenly a patient comes in the OPD, we have something, so we have to ask the patient, like, okay, fine, did this happen again to you, like in the past, did you face some similar things? Yes, so taking history is very important. All right, history should be taken, and the offending agent should be stopped. Yes, it could be anything. Yes, in the next chapter we will have a very extensive list, right, of all the things that could cause allergy. All right, it could be some physical thing, or it could be some chemical things, right? So the offending agent should be stopped. Yes, what can we offer is we can offer the corticosteroids and antihistamines, right, to immediately subside the mast cell effects. We can give antihistamines for mild cases, and oral corticosteroids we reserve for the severe cases. Okay, all right. So that is all for hypersensitivity reaction. So let me just take this opportunity. We'll just revise the whole thing once again. All right. So what was important things, and what things we have to remember from this chapter. All right. So first of all, we have the patho part, that types of hypersensitivity. Types of hypersensitivity. Yes, reaction, we should know these things, right? The 4 types. Yes, type 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1 has 2 types, right? So okay, fine. Type 1. Yes, these are 2 types. The first one was the immediate one and the late one, right? And the second type, it was for the cytotoxic and antibody mediated. Yes, and that was the second one. The type 3, it was for the immune complex depositions, and type 4 was for the delayed type, right? Type 3 and type 4. Alright, so that is important for us. And the next one, we have seen the type 1 and 4, these are important. And type 1, this one, right, the type 1, in this we have the something which is of immediate exposure, right? Immediate exposure is type 1. Yes, and the delayed one, that is the allergic contact dermatitis, right? ECD. Okay, and then we have the treatment option for this as well. Yes, we'll give topical or oral corticosteroids followed by antihistamines as well, right? So okay, that is all about the hypersensitivity, skin reactions, and the management. All right, so thank you so much for listening.